What is up, Star Wars fans? Welcome to the Star Wars Stop. In this video, we're doing a nice Leia streak on Crate. What else? The best map to get Leia streak on. It's going to be 105 eliminations by the end of it, and yeah, man, I mean, if you are just starting out and trying to, at least if you're just starting out in the pursuit of trying to get big, huge streaks in Battlefront, obviously I recommend that you start off trying to get the big, huge streaks with some of the easier to use characters. So Leia on Crate is literally a cakewalk. Like, I mean, I don't even think it's much to brag about to get a huge streak with Leia on this map, and it's pretty cheesy, and it's not something I actually don't really do it. Like, okay, if I'm playing on Crate, since I've already gotten like 2 100 elim streaks with 100 plus elim streaks with Leia on this map, it's one of those things that once you've done it, you just don't really feel like doing it again, because there's no sense of accomplishment after doing this because of how easy it is. Now, other hero streaks that I've uploaded, like, you know, my Iden Versio streak or my Bosk streak, those are good heroes, and they're really good heroes, but you definitely have to work a lot harder to get the big streak with them than you do with Leia, because, like, literally all you do is you sit back with her and you fire this auto-aim secondary fire, and it just hunts down enemies and kills them. So maybe in the second, you know, in the inside part, that takes a little bit more skill, but in this first part, it literally takes no skill to just sit back and aim this gun and have this secondary fire pick enemies off for you. So yeah, so my point is, like, I'd rather play with a character like Iden Versio or Bosk or Rey or Han Solo, or, you know, literally any other one, because they just require much more skill to get a big fat streak with. And not only do they require more skill, their play style's a little bit more fun than just sitting in the back of the map and firing secondary fire. But I do recommend everyone tries this at least once, because it is fun the first time to get to literally be just sniping the ever-living, just destroying these enemy stormtroopers with Leia on this map. Now, that was a big sneeze. Is this yeah, there are some maps that are gonna be even, you know, look, Leia's a really good hero, don't get me wrong, without secondary fire. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to only play her on big, huge maps to get big streaks. You can be perfectly capable of getting a massive streak with Leia on other maps like Yavin or Camino, you know, you name it, because her gun is good and she gets health regen. So it's that simple. Like, and she gets a blinding grenade that helps her take out heroes. So she's got good stuff going for her. The secondary fire isn't the only good thing about her, but if you do want to get a big fat streak with Leia, I recommend you do it on a map like Hoth or Crate, because it's just going to make your life 1,000 times easier. The open kind of field. Crate is definitely the easiest map to do it on, though. I do have 2 other streak videos, I believe, uploaded with Leia. One is on Hoth and one is on Crate. But this is a nice 105 elimination streak. Just wanted to upload this. It's fun to watch. It gets a little more hectic once you get inside. If you're trying to get a streak with Leia on this map, you're gonna have to try and just play extremely aggressive in this first phase and get as many eliminations as possible, because going forward it's going to be much harder. It's not going to be as easy as getting kills as right now. And the thing you got to remember is Leia regenerates her health, so there's literally no problem in sticking your head out. If you stick your head out too much, what's the worst? Maybe you get sniped or get a couple AT-AT or ATSD, or just in general you get shot at a couple times. Maybe Bosk snipes you. Like, who really cares? You can get your health back easily with this character. That's kind of my point. So play aggressive. I cannot believe it, but we actually do end up losing this game. Crazy enough, I got 105 eliminations and we ended up losing the game. So this team, I give them props, man. They came at us like with a vengeance. I think that they got really pissed off from just getting absolutely annihilated by Leia, and while they never were able to kill me in this game, they really all decided on the enemy team, it felt like, that we are not going to put up with this. We're going to at least try and win this match. And props to them for that, because they ended up winning the match, and it was super clutch on their end. And that's not easy when there's somebody on the enemy team that gets 105 elimination and you still manage to win. Like, props to you guys. You guys definitely put up a fight. They weren't giving up, and these are some of the most fun games in Battlefront. I personally don't like a game when we just steamroll the enemy team. I like it when there's a firm competition, like both teams are trying pretty hard, and it's everyone's fighting for that inch. Those are the most fun matches you have in Battlefront, when you don't just absolutely steamroll the enemy team, and your team doesn't just absolutely get steamrolled. When there's a fair bit of competition, everybody seems to be fighting over those objectives. That ends up being some of the most fun moments you'll have in this game. So I do appreciate when, like, the enemy team doesn't just throw their hands in the air and give up, and when they have that persistence to keep coming at you, even though, like, there's some jerk on the enemy team getting 105 limbs. But yeah, guys, I mean, I'm not gonna go too much in depth. I'll do a full. One thing I will say is I'm not even using maxed out Leia star cards in this game, and you definitely don't even need maxed out star cards to get huge streaks with Leia. And honestly, with most of the heroes, you don't need maxed out star cards to get huge streaks. The star cards don't make a tremendous... Some characters, the star cards make a tremendous difference. So, we're talking characters like Palpatine, because there's a star card that gives him health regen, and if you don't use that star card, you don't get health regen. So obviously, like, that's like a must. But I guess my point here is that if you want to get a big fat Leia streak, you really don't need maxed out star cards. Now, I will have a full guide to owning with Leia coming out soon, so I'm going to shut up and stop giving so many tips about her and let you guys enjoy the gameplay. It's definitely fun to watch. And I do think that probably, while there is no nerf confirmed for her for the upcoming patch we're getting here in April, or by the time I upload this video, that patch may already be live, I'm not sure. Basically, the point is, this April 18th patch we're getting, there is no nerf for Leia included in that patch, and there is a lot of people in the community calling for a nerf on her with, you know, reasonable reason, considering... my main thing is that I don't even, when I'm firing this secondary fire with her gun, I don't even have to aim it. Like, as long as I see a red dot, I could aim, like, a couple feet. You know, I could aim, I don't have to be accurate at all. It's just gonna track them down. I just think that the lock on, the heat-seeking, this is literally like a heat-seeking missile when you fire secondary fire. They could just tone that down a little bit and make it so that you actually have to aim at them a little bit more than normal. I don't know if that would change the OP-ness. She would still be a really good character, but I do think it's ridiculous that if you can aim, like, completely off and the bullet will still track down the enemies. And the other thing to note is that Leia's blaster is actually really good. I never use the E11 ability that she has, because I really like her little, you know, her standard gun. It reminds me a lot of, like, a even more powerful version of the Blurred, because of it's a burst fire pistol, and I really enjoy using that. It's really good. And oftentimes, if you want to kill a hero, you can open up with the secondary fire, or even a heavy, you can open up with the secondary fire, or maybe like a Death Trooper, and then just fire a couple bullets from the gun, and it'll easily take them out. Anyways, I'm going on and on about Leia stuff now. You guys enjoy the gameplay. Be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, not a huge, but a full guide to owning with Leia is coming out soon. That's on the way. And in that, I'll give you much more tips and tricks on how to own with Leia. But until then, be sure to rate, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for tons and tons of Battlefront content. Have an awesome day.